Hello, everyone, and welcome to Time to Talk with Ty. Today, our topic is women bosses, and as you can see, we have our, oh my goodness, I just told them that they look so beautiful that I'm glad I got myself together today. They look so amazing. So we have Raquel, Sophia, and Sheena, and I just want to, I'm going to let them talk about themselves because I tend to talk a lot, but I just want to start just by talking a little bit about Women's History Month. And of course, women have come so far and we do so many things. So I wanted to really start this month off right by meeting with these young ladies and just talking to them a little bit about their businesses. And I just want to say, when I started my day today, I know rolling into the topic of women bosses, I was thinking this morning, today is going to be a good day. All I have to do is like two things. And then that two multiplied. And after you know it, I was ripping and running and I was running back here and I was doing so many different things. And I said, where did the time go? I don't even know where the time went. So I think that with me, it's always Murphy's Law. Anything that can happen will happen. If I have something going on that day and I think that, okay, this is going to be a simple day for me. All I have to do is maybe show one house. It turns into a plethora of things. Okay. So I think that's one of the things that myself as a business owner and a wife and a mother and a friend and all those different things, I have on my favorite scripture, which is to whom much is given, much is required. And I always have to remind myself of that when I start feeling overwhelmed. Like, why, Lord, why can't I just have a regular day? Why can't, but if you don't want to be regular, you're not going to have a regular day. So, I always have to put that in the back of my mind and say, Ty, you're not regular. You just got to do what you got to do. Because at the end of this life, the legacy that you left and the work that you've done is going to affect others. Absolutely. So that's what I have to always remember. But so these young ladies are bosses in their own right. Okay. And I'm going to start down here with Raquel Denise. Raquel Denise handbags. And we're just going to talk a little bit with each of these ladies about what inspired them or what made them want to start their own business. And we're going to go down the line and start with Raquel.
Okay, so thank you for having me, Ty. I really appreciate it. It's an honor and I'm humbled by it. So last year, and just as you stated, we always plan for things, but nothing goes as planned. So I was finishing my master's and I started 2018. Like, that's all I want to do is finish my master's. And then I'm really into planners and agendas. So I was like, let me create, a Black Girls one that has wash day stickers, like all this stuff. So then my sister, she was like, because she's been in business for over 20 years, she was just like, so where are your where are you going to get your customers? Where are you going to sell these? And I looked at her like, don't kill my dreams. So then, like, I had an attitude. Right. So then she was like, you're really into bags. She was just like, take some of your ideas and put them on bags, build up your customer base. Mm-hmm. And that was on a Saturday. Sunday at 6 in the morning, I was up looking at different vendors and wholesalers and stuff of bags. And then it morphed, and I haven't thought about an agenda from there. And I'm somebody who's very passionate about stuff. And I know when God gives me or plants a seed in me to let it grow and foster. And since March of 2018, I have a job. Like I have a job I go to Monday through Friday. But I'm in love with my business, so it's all I think about outside of sleep. When I get to get sleep. So
yes. And that is amazing. So they say that when you find something that you love, you'll never work another day in your life. And I feel you. I mean, when you came in and set up the handbags, I was excited about it. I'm excited about everything you guys just brought in here. So I don't even know how to contain I'm trying to see what I can get to stay here when you guys leave. But okay. So I love that though, that like you say, once you start it, you never look back. You never look back. And that is amazing. So how can we contact you on Instagram? You're on Instagram, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I am on Instagram at Raquel Denise _handbags and also on Facebook, Raquel Denise handbags. So find me there. And I also have a website, www.RaquelDenisehandbags.com. So pretty much Google search Raquel Denise handbags and you'll find me.
And you will find her. Raquel, do you want to talk a little bit about the pieces that you brought? Because I think that they are super fun. And I don't know if everyone can see them on camera, but I want you to be able to showcase those pieces. I love them.
Absolutely. So, again, I've been into handbags since I can remember, probably since, you know, those little hills that get baby girls, the little black ones. I remember wearing those in first grade, and my mom matching little bag with them. So, my style is a little different, and I also try to pull in styles and also look at what they're doing on the runway and everything.
Yes.
So,
yes.
This one, I'm gonna pull this up, is a clear transparent bag, and transparent is really in for the spring and summer. So I have this one, and a lot of my bags, the majority of them, it goes from professional to brunch to errands. So this is this one, and I love this one. And then I have this one, which I'm working on the name. I'm thinking about Breakfast at Tiffany's, and it comes with
that red lip.
a gold chain. So a lot of my bags are clutches to crossbody, so that if you're a professional or you need to go and run errands, you can strap it across your shoulders and go about your business. And then this one is 100, so it's just like the emoji. So this is cute and funny and fun and all those things if you're really into emojis and such. And this one is more so, I think of it as the perfect date night bag. Like if you're going to the movies or brunch or whatever, you can either do long shoulder, and there's even a short one too, if you're not really into throwing stuff around. And then I'm always going to support our culture. So I have the Obama. This is a 2-for-1, so not only a bag, but it also has a matching wallet. So
cute.
A lot of my bags are from professional to personal, so that's what I do.
I love them. I love all the pieces that you chose to bring here today. I love that popcorn bag. I need to sneak my snacks in them. And I do love I do love I'm really into clear, because when I can't decide on what color, and Sheena knows, I'm always like, Sheena, what do I wear with this? If I can't decide what shoe to wear, I'm going with clear.
She starts over.
So I definitely need a clear handbag. Now that's something I definitely need. I definitely do. And I feel like I don't carry a lot of handbags, and I need to grow up. So, Raquel, I'll be talking to you afterwards.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Okay, now we have Sophia Bellotti. Sophia, oh my goodness. Okay, look at her. First of all, look at her face and look at her brows. Okay, no, so she's not only. We're gonna talk about her business that she came here to talk about today, but she is a makeup artist as well, and she's just beautiful. She's just gorgeous. She's just gorgeous, and we have a few of her. Look at these flowers. They smell so good. I really wish this was smell-o-vision. You guys remember that. But they smell so amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so the Flower Girl Florist. I want you guys, see, nobody knows. Like Raquel and I were talking right before Sophia came in, and no one knows all about the Flower Girl Florist, and I want everyone to know, because this season of weddings, Mother's Day, y'all listening? Weddings. You need to call Sophia. You understand? Look at her. Okay. Yes. Okay. So Sophia, we're gonna talk a little bit about what made you decide to open a florist.
Okay. Well, it's a funny story and not so funny story. So the first thing started with me opening my flower shop. Was originally I was a stay-at-home mom, at the same time a freelance makeup artist, and I had 2 beautiful children, 11 months apart. And I stayed at home with them for 5 years to raise them, because I thought that was just pretty much, I wanted to give them a really good foundation. And so, as you know, as a person who's a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, I've been a career woman all my life. I just happened to just be a mom for a season. And I decided that, that internal instinct started to kick in, like that entrepreneurial spirit starts to drive. And it's like, okay, so what am I going to do when these kids go to school? Right. Am I going to be like the carpool mom, the soccer mom? You know what I mean? Can you really be fabulous being a soccer mom? Am I going to join like a yoga group? So I was like, okay, that's really not me. And so I wanted to do something that still kept me creative, but at the same time, I've always been the person that wanted to pass legacy. I'm all about generational legacy and wealth and building something for my family, my children, my children's children. The Bible says a good parent leaves an inheritance to their child, not just spiritually, but you want something financially and tangibly that you can leave for them as well. And so I started to think of that a lot. And in doing so, I wanted to stay with something that still kept me in my creative field because I'm a creative by nature. And so by doing that, it's so funny, but I kind of hit a bump in the road in my marriage, as all marriages do. And I realized if this man were to leave me, God forbid, I had nothing. I've been a stay-at-home mom for 5 years. Exactly. So what do I do in the midst of it all? So I literally prayed and I said, God, if you give me something, I'll promise you I'll hold on to it and I'll run with it like the wind. And so he put me in the position where I was able to go to floral design school here in Rochester. Many people don't know, but we had a wonderful floral design school at the Civic Garden Center, which is, I think it's called the Sunken Garden. It used to be like an old castle. So
there for weddings.
Absolutely. It's known for a wedding venue. And so they did floral design classes. And I got certified in every form of floral design, from funeral to weddings to events to everyday. So I ended up doing that. Didn't think of it as a career just yet. Just kind of did it as something to hold on to. Long story short, I ended up one day washing dishes. And I know this is when the Hallelujah, Holy Ghost comes in. And I heard God tell me, it's time. At that time, I was doing florals. We actually redid the garage, and I was doing florals in my garage and in my basement. Just kind of like everyday little things for people here and there. And I heard God clear as day, that little whisper that said, start looking for a business. And I was like, with what money? And so I was like,
tell me where, Lord.
Exactly. So I was like, all right. And so I just went about, my day and just didn't think of it anymore. Then I laid in the bed that night and I heard him loud and clear I said, look for a shop. Yes. And so I went online that same morning, because I'm that same evening, because I'm the type of person, if God says it, I'm going to believe it. I might be hesitant, but I'm going to go for it. So I ended up looking for a shop. I saw a couple of them that were way beyond my budget. And so I went ahead, mind you, I didn't have a budget. So, what I thought was my budget. And so long story short, I ended up finding one, contacting the broker. The owner ended up calling me back, and we ended up meeting. I brought all my kids and everyone with me, because I said, if it's going to be a vision, it's going to be our vision. Right. So the whole family went to go look at the business. And the moment we walked in, the owner said, it's you. Wow. And I was just like, okay, so this is me, Lord, where's the money?
Right.
And so long story short, I ended up calling my mother. My mother believed in the vision. She ended up financing the whole thing. And then the Holy Spirit downloaded something in me called owner financing. I never knew what that meant. You probably do. Yes. And that's where the owner finances their own business instead of going through a bank. And so the owner told me, I'm willing to do that with you if you put a percentage down. It was only God. And she ended up financing the business for me that she was walking away from. So she literally locked the door on Tuesday, and I walked in on Wednesday to a whole shop.
And opened that door. Look at God. Yes. That just gave me chills. Did that give you chills? That gave me serious chills, because oh my God.
Yeah.
That's what you talk when you say listening to his voice. Absolutely. And really following. If you ask him what you should do and then he tells you, absolutely, you got to just do it.
You have to be obedient. You can't, even if you question it, even there's a doubt within you. I mean, there's many days when I sit in that shop and I'm like, are you sure? And he shows right up. Someone calls, someone walks in, and I just know it's him. And he keeps every day just telling me to keep going, keep going, keep going.
You're an inspiration.
Isn't she?
Yeah.
You guys
and how long have you been?
I've been in that establishment for 6 months.
Oh, wow. Yes. And tell us where it's located.
It is located in Fairport, 7420 Pittsford Palmyra Road, Fairport, New York. And I have a really beautiful building. It's been there 100 years, a historic building. So sweet, so quaint. The Flower Girl Florist. Yes. You can reach me on all social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, website, www.TheFlowerGirlFloristFairport.com. But everything the Flower Girl Florist. Anything you need, special occasions, weddings, events, proms, galas, everything. We do it all, no matter how big, how small.
Yes. Yes.
Sheena, honey, this right here.
Do you feel the power in this room? It's like I don't know. This room will never be the same. I just want to say that. I just knew that.
Really, that is like a whole overwhelming experience. Just sitting next to you and hearing your story, and then I'm up next, and I'm like, girl, you need to start listening.
No, Sheena, no, you did listen.
I listened.
And now we're about to talk about how you listen, because when you post, I remember when you posted on Instagram and we were just talking, you know, first of all, if anyone knows Sheena, you will know just from looking at her, she is super stylish. She is super stylish. She's always wearing something that you're just like, what? How did she even put that together? I wouldn't even know how. So she is very, to me, she's someone that I look to for fashion tips, and I console her because really, and then she's into vintage, which I truly love.
Yes.
Truly, I'm always like, Sheena, do you have any brooches? Oh God, it's just like an addiction. Like I need something that makes me feel. So for my last, for my Valentine's Day photo shoot, that vintage red Liz Claiborne dress that I was wearing.
That was so you.
Yes, it came from BlackRose.Vintage, and I literally said, Sheena, I need something red. I don't even wear red, so I need you to find me something red. And she found that and the brooch, and I love it. But I want you to tell us the story about when you decided that you were going to do this, because you posted a little bit on Instagram. And when I saw that, I had chills, and I was like, Sheena, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so initially, it goes way back. My grandma would take me to Salvation Army. As a kid, we would run around, not really too much paying attention to what was going on and the good pieces because we were kids. But throughout time, it just stuck with me. So fast forward, maybe 3 years ago, I made a post and I said that I was going to launch BlackRose.Vintage. I have this planner that I keep, and I write down my 5-year, and as I mark stuff off, I exit. That has been sitting there for the longest. I've actually had the DBA for BlackRose.Vintage since 2014. Wow. So fast forward now, I was working for DM at a nursing home, and I was let go. I have 2 other jobs as well, but I was just like, in that moment, it's like, I'm putting so much of my time and effort working for someone else.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a good nurse, but I'm even better at being, me.
Being Sheena.
Being Sheena.
Yes.
Like, being me, I'm good. It comes
Yes.
easy. Put me in a thrift store, and I could be there for 8 hours. Headphones on, just going.
That's right.
So that day, I was just like, forget this. It's time. I'm about to take my talent South Beach.
Wait, what do you want? What? You leaving?
Not to South Beach, literally, but it's time for me to
your
start.
mind. Yes.
I'm about to start applying my talent, and I'm always, as my friends know, I've always been a person that thrifts. I have an overwhelming pile. I could have went live.
Yes.
Years
a
ago.
lot of things that you don't want to let go. We'll talk about that.
And but listen, my friends will come over, they'll visit me, we'll have wine time, and they always end up upstairs. And I'll say, take this. I've given away so much stuff. People don't even tag me to this day. You would think they would be tagging BlackRose.Vintage, honey.
Well, I'm gonna tag you when you.
Yeah, but it's like it's there, and I'm good at it, and I feel like I have too much stuff to keep for myself. When you start having 3 cream fur coats and 2 black ones and 3 gold rose brooches, it's time to let some of it go. And why not share beautiful pieces with the world? And things that if your grandmother doesn't have it, you won't find it.
And you're right about that.
If your aunt, your great aunt didn't save it, you won't have it.
You're right.
I feel like that's my specialty. That's my calling. And shout out to the rest of the vintage shoppers out there. We gotta stay strong, keep the culture alive.
That's right. That is the truth.
And I feel like I'm adding to the culture. I'm bringing things back because, as we know, it's nothing new under the sun. If you see it, it's coming back. And I want to be one of the ones that can provide the looks instead of you going to Forever 21 and they're knocking it off.
Yes,
I actually have the hand beaded dress. I have the fur to the floor. So I feel like that's my thing, and I'm here for you guys.
It is your thing. How can we reach you?
For the most part, I'm on Instagram, BlackRose.Vintage. I also have a Facebook page, but I had to deactivate. I'm in school right now.
You have to focus.
I have to focus.
That's right.
So when I share, feel free to repost. All support is support. You don't have to necessarily shop. It would be good. But if you just repost or, you can send someone in my direction. And I also feel like to the other vintage shoppers out there, if I have a client that's looking for something, I follow a lot of vintage dealers. If I can send someone your way, I'm all for that as well. So
you're going to do it. And she means that. She means that.
Yes.
That's the one thing that I do love about you guys. I know it's not so often, that often that we do that. Like if we know someone else that does it and we may not have it, like recently, Simone, she's my sweet face, my Simply Simone Natural. She does all my skincare. But I asked her about a beard oil. Like I wanted to get something for my husband, and she said, Go to Love Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
She's the beard queen.
Awesome.
She specializes in that. And I just said, how dope is that?
Exactly.
That you can say, you know what? I do an oil, but she does this.
Exactly.
Go to her. I love that. I'm all for that. And I feel the exact same way. Like if I'm in Rochester, I'm a broker in New York, but if I know somebody in Atlanta, I had the opportunity to do that this week. Called my friend that I just met in the airport. We met each other and now we're friends. In the airport traveling. She's a broker in Atlanta. Go see her. So I just love when Black women can do that because that's something different. That's not what we see on television. That's not what we see on reality TV. Sheena, honey, please pull down a couple of these coats. And I'll try them on. I'm not saying like I'm going to try to keep them. But if you need me to model it, I surely will.
Yes, please.
Oh, bring it over.
And you just vintage. You just find these vintage.
Yeah. So everything isn't like a.
Oh my God!
Like
Beautiful.
Oh God!
Like for that one,
I
that
wish
was
y'all could
something
feel
that was
the
pretty
ladies.
costly, you know. So it wasn't like a $50 purse. But you know, like I'm everywhere. I'm a Salvation Army. When I go out of town, I go to New York City. I make sure I hit up a few thrift stores because you know the area is different.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So it's going to offer different things. So I go to Miami. I try to hit up the thrift stores there and.
Especially
So now this is something else that you guys, you know, you may think like, I don't have anywhere to wear that coat or, you know, but let me tell you something. If you put on some jeans and a t-shirt, I see Sheena all the time with her jeans and her boots. What?
Oh, come on.
You walking through the mall, they looking like, what?
Don't worry about it.
Where are you
going?
Okay, Sheena, is this yours or is this for sale? This is yours, right? Okay.
For the right price, girl.
For the right price? Okay.
Actually, I have pop-up shops once a month.
Yes, she does.
Oh, wow.
So this past pop-up shop, February 1st, one of the young ladies bought one of the coats. I wore a fur there.
Yes.
And she was like, oh, I missed the coat. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This was for sale too.
Yes.
Here you go.
Yes. And that's what I'm hoping you're going to do with that camel color right there. But no, bring out the next one. Yes.
Okay.
And Sheena does vintage shopping for men as well. She just brought my husband a coat, and it is super. I mean, you know, he gonna think he's somebody when he wear that.
Oh gosh, Obama.
He gonna think he's something.
I love that one. It's beautiful.
You know, this is what you know what I'm saying. This is how women used to be back in the day.
Absolutely.
You know, we were about our.
Every woman needs a fur. You
Every
need a
woman
fur.
needs a
You need a
fur.
long coat because you know we go out, we party, we go to dinner. You don't leave your coat in the car. You want to be able to step in any environment, feeling good, looking good. Taking off your coat, still looking good.
That's right. That's
you know,
right.
so
that's right.
That's where I come in.
I love it. I love it. This one is super, super amazing, and this one is for sale. For the right price, okay.
It can be.
See, Sheena want to be fat. Okay, we want to be fabulous too, Sheena.
I know. But you know what? I couldn't bring everything. I should have brought Aaron because he could have just helped me out.
Yeah, Sheena's husband, Aaron. Let me shout Aaron out. He is super amazing. They're still. I would consider you guys. You guys are still newlyweds.
Yeah, it'll be 2 years.
They're still newlyweds. 2 years. He's super amazing though because I remember at the pop-up shop she left the brooches. I'm like, Sheena, where's the brooches? I left the brooches. Aaron, can you go get the brooches? And he went and got the brooches. He's so super sweet. Okay. Yes, this is a nice coat, Sheena. You know, when you're done with it, if you want to give me
I love that.
a little chance, a little shot at this, you know what I'm saying?
Together.
Because then I can match Christopher.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah, you feel that?
Actually,
Oh, it's removable?
Oh,
No.
that's okay.
Oh, it's
I
not
was
removable.
gonna
Okay.
It's on there.
Right.
Yes, and if you live in Rochester and you remember B. Foreman, that's where Chris's coat came from, right?
No, his coat came from Sibley's.
Oh,
your coat that I have for
Sibley's.
you is from B. Foreman.
Okay, the coat that Sheena has for me is from B. Foreman, but you guys have to remember, now that's the history of Rochester.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Oh, there's another one. Oh, it's short. It's short and cute.
Oh,
That
cute.
is too cute.
Okay, wait, this looks like a
To
little
me,
bit
that's like
small for me.
1980s
That's
bamboo
right.
earrings, these two
Exactly.
pair. You know.
Oh, yes. Shout out to
I love
Elle.
the square shoulders.
I
Yeah,
love
absolutely.
that.
Super cute. Super cute.
I love my
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You need a fur.
Yeah.
You need a handbag, and then you need some flowers, okay?
Right.
So you can feel like somebody. Listen, and ladies, the ones that are getting married this year, I'm telling you, for your bridal showers, for all of that stuff. I mean, your flowers, your cute handbags, so you can step up into the place and look like you know, about to be somebody. Absolutely. And yeah, see, they don't even make, I mean, they make things like this, but they don't really make, because if you guys knew how heavy, this is so heavy. This is really good quality. Yeah. It's amazing.
But going back to what you were saying, even for people that are getting married, they want their second day reception. I mean, well, not second day. I had a second day. For your reception.
You had a second day? Okay, Sheena, no, you are over the top. A second day?
That was cute, like dressed down. But that's beside the point.
So the reception, because you are a lot. Come on.
So the reception outfit, I took a wedding dress that I got from the thrift store. Mm-hmm. Guy said something to me. I had only been dating my husband for like 3 weeks, and I was in a thrift store, and it was a wedding dress, and it was so beautiful. It was hand beaded, pearls down the back, and I'm like, this is so cute. The ladies, I tried it on, zipped it up, perfect size. I didn't have no ring, barely had a man, but she was like, don't leave it. I didn't leave it. So I took the dress home. Little would I know, 2 years later, I would be getting married. I took that wedding dress and had Nate make it into a pantsuit. So that was my change outfit at the reception. So, you know, vintage is the way to go.
Yes, it is. Yes. I love it. So we know how we can contact Sheena. Yes. I mean.
And I also have pop-up shops, so I'll keep you guys posted. Please follow me on Instagram, BlackRose.Vintage.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I try to keep it updated, you know, information.
Okay.
New stock.
I love everything about today. I just love everything about today. I'm so happy that you ladies could take the time. You are like amazing, because you have jobs, and then you have businesses, and you have families. I know Sheena was just out to dinner with her family, and I was running to drop off a birthday card for my uncle. He said, you can't eat, Ma. I said, you want some rice? I said, no. But because it's just like, we got to keep it moving. Right. We have to constantly keep it moving if we're going to get to wherever there is. Right. You know what I'm saying? I always say, I cannot leave this earth not being wealthy. Exactly. I have to know what that feels like. I feel like I'm wealthy already, but I want to really be wealthy, you know what I'm saying, in real life. But I just appreciate you guys so much for coming today, and I just want to, if you want to leave something with anyone who's thinking, young, you know, people who may have the mind of being to be an entrepreneur, but maybe because I know when I was working, my husband kept saying to me, I need somebody to be at the office with me. You know, I need you to get your license. Okay, I went and got my license. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'm working. Every year we did a fast. Every year I prayed. I said, Lord, show me what I'm supposed to be doing. Show me what I'm supposed to be doing. He would say, you got to leave your job. You got to go with your husband. I'd be like, Lord, that's not it. I've been working since I was 15 years old. I can't get anybody's commission. I need money to be coming to me. You know what I'm saying? I can't have my everything depend on whether or not someone purchases a home. But next year came, Laura, what am I supposed to be doing? Follow your husband. No. Tell me the other thing that you want me to do. So it was that one morning I woke up and I said, okay, like you guys had that moment, you know, I woke up and I went to the office and I said, yeah, so this is my 2 weeks. And I didn't even tell him I was going to do it. I was like brushing my teeth in the morning, acting all regular. So then I went back to my office and sat down after I gave my 2 week notice, and I sat down and you know, I called him and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, nothing. He's like, you got any plan? I said, no. I said, well, I just gave my 2 week notice. He said, 2 weeks for what? He said, I've been asking you to do that, but why you did it right now today? I got to pay a couple bills. Like, what? Wait, hold on. Like, so it was just like, I felt like I took that leap. I didn't have anything to catch me. There was no net down there. I just had to keep moving. And I just been doing, we opened our office 7 years ago on State Street. But ever since then, we have not had to advertise, word of mouth. We don't have to invest money in advertisement because of the people, the seeds that we've planted, and the people that continuously refer. And we're so blessed. So when I say I'm not wealthy yet, I feel like I'm wealthy in that aspect because I have so many things to be thankful for. So I love that. I love that. And I would say take that leap. But I want you guys, if you have anything to say to anyone out there that may be thinking about starting their own business or just taking that, you know, that plunge.
I would say personally, stop asking God for small things, you know, because he's already shown us what he can give us. Go big. So when you're praying and you're fasting and you're asking God for things, stop asking him for small things. It's already been proven that he can provide that. Go big in everything.
Just to piggyback off of Sheena, I'm 100% believer in God and in my faith as well. And I'm thankful for my family. They're very supportive. And I was actually, for my graduation trip, I was in Paris, and I was I was laying on the bed, and I remember a small voice, my sister kept whispering to me that she was just like, well, it's never a right time, which honestly, there's never a right time to start. You just got to do it. And one of my prayers that I pray every single day is, Lord, just to prepare me for your will. And that's all I can ask for. And a couple of months ago, which I'm very thankful for my job that I have right now. Yes. Very thankful. It was going on 6 o'clock and I get off at 5. And my manager came. She was like, I'm leaving you. And I was like, okay. And I remember walking to my car and I was just like, dang, if I can work this hard for somebody else, I can do it for myself. And that has been a driving force in who I've become the last couple of months. So just like Sheena said, and Ty said, you have to go for it, and you know, just believe that God will supply all you need.
For me, I think for me it's several things. Number one, I would say take that leap of faith. You only live once.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If you have something in your gut and your instinct that's telling you do this, I would say entrepreneurs have that spirit. There's a spirit. There's a calling on the inside of you greater than yourself that keeps driving you to want to pursue something. I say go for it. But I also say for creatives, this is my key of life. You can't be a creative person if you're not connected to the creator. So for me, if I'm not connected to the creator, then there's no way I could be able to create. So when you see these flowers and all these things, that's because I spent time cultivating with the creator. Right. I can't ask for a gift that I don't practice or I don't manifest or I'm not. So I'm really big on that. I'm really big on declarations and affirmations. I'm constantly saying those things to myself. I'm saying you are the best. You are chosen. You're they count all those wonderful things I quote. I like to say. Also for me, I think that when it comes to business, because having a brick and mortar, it takes a leap of faith to turn on those light switch and pays those bills every single month. Our genie don't stop. So I would say that when it comes to that, you constantly have to be a representation of your business and your brand everywhere you go. When people see you, you have to exude what it is that you're putting out there. I'm the flower girl. I need to smell good. I got to look good. I got to look as good as a flower when you see me, because if you don't, you're going to be like, wait a minute, hold up.
Right, exactly.
What you say? So daisies, lilies, what you say, weeds? You know what I mean? Shout out, you know, but you know, so at the end of the day, you have to exude those things. If you're going to sell purses and handbags, baby, you better make sure you clutched. I mean, you looking good every time we see you. What's that bag? Where's that? You know, if you're selling minks and fur coats, you got to be mink down, shawl down, the brand. You have to be the brand. You know what I mean? If you're a broker and you're selling homes, if you see her fabulous home, you can't see it. Her home is amazing. And so you have to become that thing that which you represent and you put out there. And when you do that, those things will come back to you. You'll attract those things. Wealth will come back to you. Prosperity, wholeness, health, all those things will come back to you once you start to become and manifest who you are.
All right,
we about to have church. Right. We are about to have church in here. If we don't cut this camera, I'm telling y'all about to shout. And I'm not. Oh Lord, this has been just amazing. I really love that you guys took the time to come here, and I really love. Oh my gosh, you have so many skills.
Were you invited?
I know.
Thank you for giving us this platform.
You guys are so amazing, so dope. I just appreciate you so much, and you guys follow them. Follow them. I cannot say the spring is coming. Spring is coming. You guys all know what y'all be into. Doing all the things that you do, all these baby showers and bridal showers and prom and things like that. And ladies, all of the events that we're getting ready for, and you want to be different and not, you know, wear what everybody else got on. That's one thing. You don't want to wear what everybody else got on. You want to have a different bag. You want to have a different look. Listen, look these ladies up. look these ladies up. I appreciate you guys for joining us today. Thank you so much for joining Time to Talk with Ty. Thank you for watching Time to Talk with Ty. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel and my blog at tytime.com. Join me for more amazing guests and topics, and also feel free to comment below about this episode or ideas for upcoming episodes.